Good morning, dear students. I hope everyone is doing good and your half-term examination went really well. So, today in this video, I'm going to start the chapter 5 of your geography book, that is Major Domains of the Earth. Domains are the component of the earth which makes life possible on the earth. So here you can see on earth three different components meet so that human can survive and thrive. These are the elements of land, water and air. These are nothing but called as domains of the earth.
Dear students, now let us understand the major domains of the earth in detail. Human beings can live here because the life sustaining elements of land, water, and air are present on the earth. So, life is possible on the earth just not because we have atmosphere, just not because we have water. We also have the third component that is called land. Now let us understand what is lithosphere. The surface of the earth is a complex zone in which three main components of the environment meets, overlap and interact. The solid portion of the earth on which we live is called as lithosphere. So, this sentence basically means that when all these three components are going to meet, it is going to create a living, sustaining environment together is called as biosphere. But what is the first element? That is land. The solid portion of the earth is called as lithosphere. The portion present on the earth which has oxygen, nitrogen, carbon monoxide and the other gases which makes life possible is called as atmosphere. And the third component is called as hydrosphere. That means the water present on the earth. Hydro means water. So, hydrosphere is the portion of the earth which comprises water in the form of ice, water, and water vapors. When all these three elements meet, it's called as biosphere, where life becomes possible.
So this is a diagram which will make you understand what is lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. This area which is blue in color is called as atmosphere. So this is the area where gases and air is present. That means oxygen, O2, right? This blue area is representing water. So for human survival, water is also required. So with atmosphere, we also need water to survive. And with atmosphere, water, we also need one element that is called as lithosphere. When all these three elements combine, we call it as biosphere. So here you can see atmosphere is also there, land is also there and water is also there. So this area is called as biosphere. Derived from a Greek language lithos, which means stones. Atmos means vapor and hudor means water and bio means life. When stone, vapors and water combine, there is life possible, which we call it as biosphere.
Let us understand lithosphere in detail. The solid portion of the earth is called as lithosphere. So, the surface on which you have your house, your school, roads are constructed, agricultural lands are there. So, these areas are called as solid portion of the earth where the buildings, roads, malls can be constructed. This layer is comprised of rocks of the earth's crust and the thin layers of the soil that contain nutrient elements which sustain organism. So it is a layer of the earth which contains nutrient elements and also a thin layer of soil where the individual can survive or the living organism can survive. Now, this Earth's surface is divided into two parts. The large land masses are known as continents, and the huge water bodies are called as ocean basins. So, as you can see on Earth, Earth has either land or water or oceans. So, the land mass, the big land is called as continent, and a huge water bodies like oceans are called as ocean basins. All the oceans of the world are connected with one another. Here in this video you can see that Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic, Pacific Ocean, they are in between the continents, but they all are interconnected. Now I am going to discuss continents in detail, as I have already made you understand that large land masses are called as continents. There are 7 continents present on the earth, separated by water bodies or oceans. These continents are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. Now, what is thing which has to be understood or to be noticed, that greater part of a land masses lies in the northern hemisphere. So, equator divides the earth in two equal halves. The upper half is called as northern hemisphere, and the part below equator is called as southern hemisphere. So, most of the continents lies in the northern hemisphere. Now, let us see what is the first continent, Asia. Asia is the largest continent. That means it has got the largest land mass in all the continents comparing to the others. It covers about 1/3 of the total land area of the earth. That means if we compare the total land present on the earth, 1/3 is the area which is Asia. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent. Asia is separated from Europe by a Ural mountain on the west. So, on the west side, there is a Ural mountain which separates Asia and Europe. The combined land masses, so the land masses which is common or combined is called as Europe and Asia, together called as Eurasia. Now, let us see the second continent, that is Europe. Europe is much smaller than Asia. So, India is in Asia. So, we are called as Asians and Indians. The continent lies to the west of Asia. So, on the west of Asia, there is Europe. Arctic Circle passes through it. It is bound by water bodies on 3 sides. So, there are 3 sides of Europe. The ocean is present. I hope you are able to understand the continents. Let me talk about the third continent, that is Africa. So, if I talk about the size of a land masses, Africa stands second largest continent after Asia. The equator or 0-degree latitude runs almost through the middle of the continent. So, equator, or also called as a 0-degree latitude, this runs through the continent, that is Africa. The large part of Africa lies in the northern hemisphere. What is the thing to be noted here? That the Tropic of Cancer, the equator, and Tropic of Capricorn passes through this. The Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert, is located in Africa. The continent is bound on all sides by ocean and seas. That means this continent is bounded by all the sides from seas and oceans. There is also a very longest river, world's longest river, that is Nile, flows through Africa, where the equator, Tropic of Cancer, and Tropic of Capricorn passes in the map of Africa. Now, the fourth continent, that is North America. North America is the third largest continent of the world. So, the first is Asia, second is Africa, and third is North America. It is linked to South America by a very narrow stripe of land called as Isthmus of Panama. So there is a very narrow land called as Isthmus of Panama. The continent lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. So, equator divides the earth in two equal halves, that is called as northern and southern hemisphere. If I talk about Greenwich, which is a 0 degree longitude which divides the earth in two equal halves, that is the right side of Greenwich is called as western and left is called as eastern hemisphere. So North America lies completely on the northern and western hemisphere. Dear students, thank you for watching. In the next video, I'll be talking about the three remaining continents, that is South America, Australia, and Antarctica.